University of Technology Administrative Staff Association, UTA, says protests will continue until workers' salaries are brought on par with other administrative staff in the tertiary education sector. Workers dressed in black converged at the entrance of the university this morning, calling for parity in their pay. Staff Association President Jeanette Grayson says the workers do not believe they are being treated fairly by the university management. She explains that academic staff have received improved salaries and retroactive payment, and that some non-academic workers have also seen upward movements in their pay. However, they are yet to get word on when they will benefit.
In 2019, when the entire body went to the gate to protest about parity in comparison to our neighbors next door and other educational institutions across Jamaica. Since then, in 2019, the Ministry of Finance and our management compensated our academic colleagues, and they got parity and their retroactive payment. In 2023, that is this year, we were made aware that our executive management team, which is a part of the non-academic group, which is a part of our group, also received parity. We were told by the management that they received 70%. We have nothing to guide this. 70% parity and their retroactive payments. So we are now saying we are a part of that group. So why are you taking a part of our administrative group and compensating them, and we are left out of the mix? We are now being told that there's no money to pay us our parity.
Ms. Grayson says the employees are calling for the intervention of Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark to have their issues addressed.
We have ended for today because we will continue until we get a result. We will continue. It will take different modalities for different days, but we will continue until we hear that our request, which is to have the parity paid in the end of this month and our retroactive payment be made in October of this year, then we will continue. We are asking Minister Nigel Clark to intervene in this situation so that our students who are our major stakeholders can benefit from their hard-earned money that they have paid over to the university.
UTech Administrative Staff Association President Janet Grayson. The St. James Police have arrested a suspect in the murders of 5 homeless people between June and August of this year. The arrest was made yesterday after the police used forensic evidence and technology to link the man to the cases. The suspect, whose name is being withheld until he is charged, is alleged to have killed all his victims by stabbing them. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson said the man in custody is being questioned and will be charged soon.
I believe over the last 2 months we've had 5 homeless persons killed by stabbing down here. 1 survived the case, and it's really due to good police work on the St. James division part that we actually now have the perpetrator in custody, still being questioned and will be charged very soon. So we're getting breakthroughs on these cases. The attacks on those homeless people was really what you call a senseless set of killings, but it's good that that person is now in our custody.
Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson, he added that the JCF has been making several breakthroughs in recent times, even in the most complex cases. A St. Anne man was arrested and charged yesterday after he was found in possession of crack cocaine valuing over $17,000. Charged with breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act and possession of uncustomed goods is 30-year-old Kristen Rusdom. Reported at about 11 a.m., a team of officers carried out an operation at a house in Runaway Bay, during which the drugs, along with 7 packs of uncustomed cigarettes, were found. Head of the Narcotics Division, Superintendent Dwight Daly, said Rusdom is scheduled to appear in court in November.
Yesterday, the narcotics police carried out a series of operations in Top Town, Runaway Bay, St. Anne, where they arrested 3 persons. But of note, we took into custody one Christian Rosedom, 30 years old, unemployed, and charged him for breach of the Dangerous Drugs Act. About 30 pieces of crack cocaine was found in his possession. This has a street value of over $17,000. He is scheduled to appear in the St. Anne Parish Court on November 2, 2023.
Head of the Narcotics Division, SSP Dwight Daly. A 20-year-old man accused of raping a 12-year-old girl has been charged with several offences. He is Alex Belight of St. Catherine. More in the report from Lanique Weston.
It's being alleged that Belight lured the girl to his home on Old Harbour Road multiple times between February and July this year. He is charged with rape, grievous sexual assault, possession of child pornography with intent to distribute, possession of child pornography, knowingly producing child pornography, and distribution of child pornography. Reports from the Spanish Town Police are that the child and Belight met while playing an online game. They exchanged contact details, following which they began communicating. On several occasions, Belight reportedly lured her to his home where he raped her. It's further alleged that he video recorded one of the assault incidents and threatened to release the footage if she did not return to his home. A report was made to the police and an investigation launched. Belight was arrested and charged. His court date is being arranged.
The Jamaica Customs Agency is warning members of the public against engaging persons who claim that they are able to facilitate the purchase of motor vehicles from quarterly motor vehicle auctions prior to the auction dates. The agency says under no circumstance should members of the public engage these individuals or make any payments to them. The agency notes that vehicles included in the customs motor vehicle auction can only be purchased on the dates that the auctions are held. Furthermore, persons participating in the auctions must be registered by Jamaica Customs. As the new academic year approaches, the National Works Agency is advising that special provisions will be made to ensure ease of travel on sections of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. Starting Monday, September 4, persons utilizing the Harborview to Yalas leg of the highway will be guaranteed a minimum of 2 paved free-flowing lanes for travel along the corridor. Acting Communication and Customer Services Manager at the agency, Stacey Delvante, explains that there will be traffic management strategies put in place to handle the anticipated increase in traffic that usually accompanies the start of the academic year.
In anticipation of the usual increase in traffic that is normally seen around the beginning of a new school year, we will be implementing a tidal flow mechanism to ensure that there's free passage come Monday. Now, during the morning peak hours of 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., persons utilizing the section of the roadway from Stella Road to Cane River Bridge will be utilizing 2 lanes heading toward Kingston, while persons who are traveling toward Yalas during the same period will utilize a single lane.
She adds that while the work to complete the expansion of the corridor continues, there will be a tidal flow mechanism implemented to ease congestion between Shooters Hill and Cane River Bridge. She said during the evening peak hours of 4 to 7 p.m., the opposite flow will obtain.
Now, during the evening peak hours of 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., the opposite will obtain. Now, that is in order to allow us to maximize the available space and allow for ease of passage as we continue to press toward completing our 4-lane expansion that is taking place in that area.
Acting Communication and Customer Services Manager at the NWA, Stacey Delvante. Clear signs will be posted along the corridor, and where necessary, there will be flag persons in place to guide motorists traversing the space. There has been a 54% reduction in complaints about the backlog of solid waste collection and disposal since the government's acquisition of 50 garbage trucks which were deployed across the island last year. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement while addressing a town hall meeting in Montego Bay, St. James yesterday. Mr. Holness said prior to the trucks being acquired, complaints registered between March and November last year were just under 1,900. He said since the acquisition and deployment of the new trucks, complaints have gone down to over 800.
So the backlog complaints would be a metric, meaning a way to measure the efficiency and regularity of garbage collection. So people are complaining, hey, my garbage isn't collected now for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks. That tells you that there is something wrong in the system. And usually what is wrong is that they don't have enough operable trucks or operational trucks to pick up the garbage. We have cut those complaints by 1,023 complaints. So more persons are benefiting from a better system. But we still have 873 complaints about backlog. So we're not quite there. But is the glass half full or is it half empty? Is it that the dirty tough, but the rain a fall? It's a matter of perspective, how you look at it, the approach you take to it. But the facts tell you that you should have an optimistic view of it because the situation of poor garbage collection did not start with this administration.
Mr. Holness said the government intends to further reduce the complaints with an additional 50 garbage compactors being procured.
But this administration is the first administration in decades to be in a position to correct it and is moving to correct it. That is what is different about this administration. And the good news is that we have procured another 50 garbage trucks to come. So what that means now is that for the people who are still having problems with garbage collection, who will shout out loud, see, my problem still exists, not now go on. We're coming to you. So if by putting in 50 garbage trucks, we cut the backlog complaints by 1,023. When the 50 more come, we clear it off totally. This is what you call a pain point in the society. It frustrates the average person that you go out and you garbage the collect. You get upset. Yes, it's not good to see that. And we understand that. But what I'm saying to you, there is change happening before your very eyes.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness. All systems are in place for emergency activation in the event Jamaica faces a tropical storm over the remaining 3 months of the hurricane season. This, according to Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie. Speaking with reporters during a recent tour of St. James Central, Mr. McKenzie indicated that he recently met with disaster coordinators to assess the country's readiness.
We're not out of the hurricane season, but what we're doing at an all-day meeting with all the disaster coordinators and them to look at where we are in terms of our preparation. We can't be too prepared because we don't know when, but all I can say is that the organization, the structure is in place, and if it becomes necessary, we can activate.
Mr. McKenzie added that drain cleaning and other preparatory works have been ongoing across the island.
We are in good standing. The municipalities have been cleaning drains. There's some more drain cleaning to be done. But as I said before, we have done the work. And let us continue to be on our knees to pray that we don't get any system, not even passing on the outside of the island. Because we know it can turn back all that this government has achieved over the last 7 years.
Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie. The National Water Commission, NWC, is urging customers to check and update their customer records with the entity so that they can take full advantage of new services and opportunities as they become available. According to the NWC, many customers have not updated their customer account details for many years. The company said some accounts are not even updated when the properties to which water supply accounts are tied by law have changed ownership. Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager Sadiq Brooks said with a customer account record that is not up to date, several difficulties may arise. This includes customers not being able to use their water bills as proof of address in conducting other business, not receiving bills and other critical written communication from the NWC in a timely manner, and encountering challenges in setting up and utilizing the new NWC mobile app. The National Water Commission is therefore urging customers to check the names, email addresses, telephone numbers, and other details on their customer account records to ensure that these are fully up to date.
The National Water Commission has a number of customers who have not updated their records in years, so we're asking them to reach out to us and have this done as soon as possible. With their customer records updated, especially their email addresses, we will be able to email their bills as well as other critical written communication. Customers are encouraged to update their mobile numbers so that they may receive critical information from the NWC, such as billing alerts and disruption notifications. Customers may update their accounts by visiting the NWC's commercial office island-wide, or they can call our toll-free number 888-225-5692, or they can email us at customercare@nwc.com.jm.
Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager at the NWC, Sadiq Brooks.